normal pipe. See that? And this pipe. So there's the pipe that I cut. So this is a regular 6-inch pipe. It's got the, you can see here these little creases they put in here to fit these together, and all you do is you squeeze this together and this notches into this. So what I did was I cut this pipe in half. This is a 2-foot long piece of 6-inch. Cut it in half, okay, however you want to cut it. I use my angle grinder to cut it. And then kept a lip on another piece here. I actually wanted to make this bigger, so I cut a piece of a length of pipe here to make this an 8-inch diameter, and I left one of the lips on here, you can see right here, and then the other edge is just the straight edge that I cut. So I'll show you how I put this together. So first thing I did is I took the factory made edge, put it into their factory made crease here. And you can see just by shoving that in there like such, and you can get it all the way down till it's in where it needs to be. And the way this is designed is when this is curvature here, it actually puts pressure on the wall here and it keeps it in place. And then on this part, the straight edge part, this is the factory made crease here, and this is my straight edge, and you kind of can do the same thing here. So you pop that in, push it all the way in, make sure it's in, and there you go, you got your pipe. So that's how you increase the circumference here, or the diameter, either way. But that's it. So that's my 8-inch pipe. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my tabs on here that I'm going to cut from my remainder pipe. The pipe I just made, this is the remaining pieces I have left here. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to cut this. I took some painter's tape, and this is the width I want it, so I just used 2 lengths of this, so it's like about 2 inches. I'm going to cut along this line here, and then I'm going to make brackets, little spacer brackets that I'm going to rivet onto this thing, and hopefully I'll be able to slide that pipe over top of it and keep it in place with these riveted brackets right here. There you go, folks. Not OSHA approved. And be able to bend this like this. We'll see. There you go. So it works. It's not perfect, but it'll do. So you can see right there. So that's my break right there. And get it at about as close to 90 as you can. And that's that. So then the next step will be, we'll just turn the camera around. Here's a close-up of me making my bends with just a pair of pliers. Alrighty, so we're going to go with the 1/8 inch rivets drill bit. Really, with these types of things, if you have a hole puncher, those are actually better if you're doing a lot of rivet work. But for something like this, what I'll do is I'll stack these brackets up like 4 at a time, and I'm just going to drill a hole through roughly the center here towards the top. Doesn't need to be exact. And then what I'll do is I'll mark, once I have these holes here, I'll mark on the pipe where I'm going to put the holes there, and then we'll rivet these on. So this is your basic rivet gun. It's really cheap. This one here, this was like 20 bucks, I think, for a set. Came with some rivets too. And basically, if you get one that has multiple sizes is ideal, and it'll have a wrench included in it and everything. And you just switch these out depending on the diameter of your rivets. So since I'm going with 1/8 inch, I think that's what it's on here now. Like that. And then all you do is you pull this trigger down, and what it does is it squeezes down on here, and it makes like a lip on this, and then that's how it locks it into place. So I'll show you. Rivet. All right, it is in the hole. Sometimes you got to give these 2 squeezes. And then I'll cut the second one out like that. There's the second one. All right, so you can see what we got right here. This you can see how these are all the way around here as spacers, like this. So there's 4 of them on top and 4 on bottom. All right, so I'm winding down here with this, and this is probably the trickier part. So as far as, you know, the double wall pipe, we're good to go. But the real thing that you're going to have to deal with is once you got this pipe on here, like such. I'm going to flip it around and show you. Or I'm just going to leave it here for now because I'm doing this one hand. So basically the top of the pipe where it's going to connect to the chimney here, you're going to have some type of cover on here to, you know, cover the pipe so the water doesn't leak down. Now you could do this in multiple ways. You could get a piece of sheet metal, you know, which is what I would do if I had sheet metal here, but instead I had an old piece of a roof panel, and all I did was trace, basically set this down on top of this piece, trace the outside for the outside wall, and then trace the inside for the inside pipe. And then you're going to have to carefully cut around here and just get it to fit nice and snug on there. Going to put some sealant around it. And this actually has a little bit of an overhang outside of the pipe here, so it's not exactly in, so it should deflect water coming down from there. So that's what I'm doing with this right here. And I'm just going to cut this with my angle grinder, most of it. Whew. Now, the fun part is I get to go up on the roof now. I've made my reference cuts here for my 8-inch pipe. This is for my double wall. And I'm going to go up on the roof now and trace a section and just cut out my area on the roof. Not my favorite part of the day, and I'm going to have to do that. So I'll probably be up there for a while. Maybe I'll bring my camera up there and, you know, get my hole. I already fucked up. There's a cut outside the line there, so that's never a good thing. So I'll have to put some sealant on that. And then I'll run the pipe down through here, and hopefully it'll go down here without too many hitches. And I'll show you the rest of the setup. Okay, so I have the pipe run through, and there it is. You can see. Now, I'm not going to show you my flashing job up here because I'm not done with this yet. I actually am going to be doing some stuff with some actual flashing, aluminum flashing around this that I'm just not going to have time to do today. But I'm going to show you from the inside how I ran this pipe through. And then that should conclude the video, and I'll talk about the stove. Ooh. Okay, kitty, kitty. Okay, now I've heated up this stove pretty substantial here. I'll see the surface temp of this stove here. Wow, 600 degrees. 480, 490, almost 500 degrees down here because I just kicked up the temperature. Surface temp of the stove here is about 625 degrees. And then now we get to the pipe right before you get to the double wall, and we are at 470 degrees for this pipe. Or I'm sorry, 430-ish. Now to the double wall, 190. You see how much of a difference that makes. So it's climbing, but it's slow. And then the wall next to it here, about 125 degrees. There we go. So you see how important that is to have that double wall on your pipe. I have to clean up around here just so you know this isn't done yet. I got to do my final stuff on it. This was just a rough install, a rough in, and then I'm going to get rid of the excess stuff around here so it doesn't catch on fire. But yeah, that just goes to show you how important it is. So I will say this thing heats it up really well in here. So whew, it's hot in this little earth bag building right now. So it used to be cold in here at night. Now it's really hot. So I got to keep the door open to cool it off. So that's that. There's the double wall pipe for you. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, and I will see you soon.